Joining me now is Jon Vrabley. He's the president and CEO of Huttig Building Products, and he's on our executive panel at the Florida Building Material Alliance show here in Orlando at the Roslyn Shingle Creek. And Jon, thank you for being here. But as you think about the supply chain disruptions and what we're going to be discussing today, what are the pressure points you're seeing at Huttig Building Products?
Well, Don, they are exhaustive. They run through any product that would be imported, whether it be our fastener product line, components that go into door manufacturing. We stay on top of what's happening from a global supply chain because not only does it impact products that we procure directly internationally, but our vendors as well. I literally just saw a report from earlier this week that basically said in the 18 months since the pandemic started that the global supply chain is in worse condition today than it was 18 months ago. And we face those challenges every single day. Product shortages, product outages, trying to expedite. It really is, COVID has truly thrown the global supply chain into chaos. And it's not getting any better anytime soon.
And can I ask you a question? Do you think it's also the demand equation coupled with capacity and COVID, or is it just COVID driving the issue?
Well, initially it was COVID, and then specific to our industry here, I think in the second quarter of 2020, for whatever reason, contrary to certainly what I believed even at that time, the housing market rebounded faster and stronger, certainly than I anticipated it would. And with the global supply chain being completely disrupted, going from operating normally to a dead stop and then trying to re-jump in a way that was dealing with demand, globally at different rates, paces, it exasperated. The demand issue in our industry here, from a housing perspective, only exasperated the problem.
So you think in your view, I don't want to put words in your mouth, that COVID this supply chain disruption has no hopes of resolving until we resolve COVID. Would that be a fair?
I think that's just my personal view.
Okay.
Because the demand, when I think about COVID, it took a year from the time that it really started in Asia, spread to Europe, spread to North America, Central America, South America. That process took a year, and there were waves of recovery and then stopping and another wave of COVID outbreak. We're in the US today, we're in like our fourth or fifth wave with Delta. And that impacts the economy, it impacts demand, it impacts jobs. So you multiply that across the entire globe, which the global supply chains are truly set up sending products from all over the globe to everywhere else all over the globe. COVID is the cause of the disruption, and until we really get it under control, I don't see how we're going to get back to a normalized kind of global economy, right? Which is the global economy that drives the global supply chain, and the global economy today is incredibly disrupted. Some countries are rebounding, some countries aren't. Some countries have opened up their economies, some countries haven't. Australia continues to go back into full lockdowns. So, their economy is disrupted every 60 to 90 days when they have another outbreak. So I think until we really get through COVID, I don't see it getting better.
And then my final question is, you look at the freeze in Texas earlier this year, now you have Hurricane Ida, and they've added to disruptions. How concerned are you about these natural disasters and these disruptions we've seen this year?
Well, I think they're only going to continue. Just a personal opinion. I believe in science. I'm kind of a data-driven person just based on the job that I'm in, and there's no doubt in my mind that human beings as a population continues to grow globally. We are contributing to these kind of catastrophic weather events that are happening more and more frequently, happening in places that they've never happened previously. I don't see that ending until we get our arms around what are we going to do about managing the environment.
Jon Vrabley. He's the president and CEO of Huttig Building Products. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And we
Glad to
look
be here.
forward to it.
Appreciate it.
Thank
you very
you.
much, Tom.